Hi guys, I'm Joseph Brandcamp and this is Average Joe Dividend Stock. So by the title of the video you can tell we're just going to go over my $9,000 stock account. I'm at all-time highs, but yeah, I'm going to show you my week. This is what I always do. I go over my account. I'll show you my week right here, and then I'm going to show you a year, what it's went from a year to now. So here that is right here. Alright, let's start getting into it. Apple has done really well for me. I started buying it before the crash and all that stuff. So my first original shares were like $237, and now it's almost $400 a share. So I wanted to keep adding more to it, but it's up so high right now, and with everything going on, like the pandemic and stuff, I just don't feel comfortable buying it at the price that it's at. But we'll just have to see where everything goes. Kraft Heinz is doing really well right now. I'm excited for their earnings. I'm excited for NAT earnings. So all the stocks that I own used to pay dividends, but after the pandemic, you know, a couple of them quit paying dividends, like Texas Roadhouse. But I'm still excited about the company after all this passes and whatever. Once we get back to some normalcy, I feel like Texas Roadhouse is going to do really good. They're expanding everywhere. Like I said in one of my other videos, when I got back from Idaho, when we went to Idaho, they were building one in Twin Falls. They had some in Boise. So like Texas Roadhouse is moving everywhere. So I really like their business. I see them growing. The food's great. The service is great. It's just a overall good restaurant. So I'm excited about NAT's earnings because they made more than they did all last year in their first quarter, and the second quarter they're supposed to make even more money. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna keep buying NAT before the ex-dividend date, try to get as much as I can. But this week I might buy another Foot Locker. It just depends on where the stocks go during the week. I'm been up on Foot Locker ever since I started buying it, and it's finally below my cost basis. So I might buy some more Foot Locker. Since it's back below my cost base, I'll buy one Foot Locker and then the rest will go in NAT, maybe like 4 shares, maybe. Depends on the prices. And I just bought 12 NAT this week, and then last week I bought 1 Qualcomm and 4 NAT. So I plan on buying Foot Locker this week, 1 share, and then the rest NAT. Try to get as much NAT as I can before the ex-dividend date. They're paying 20 cents a share on their dividend. Kraft Heinz, like I said, I'm really excited about their earnings. They're one of the companies that are actually benefiting from the pandemic. People went out and bought a whole bunch of stuff from the stores, and you know, they were panic buying, and then people are buying foods that they don't normally buy because everything that they usually buy is out. So Kraft Heinz benefited a lot from it. So I'm excited for their earnings. Then after the earnings this month, then at the end of next month, then dividend payments start rolling in again. I got NAT, and I got the company that I work for, and Qualcomm. I see theirs at the end of August, beginning of September already on my calendar, but I don't see any more right now. But I know Kraft Heinz is going to do another dividend, and Apple and all that good stuff. So the only 2 I know that I own right now are Carnival Cruise Line and Texas Roadhouse that quit paying dividends. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll show you the little calendar I'm talking about. You got all the earnings coming up of the stocks that I own, and then the dividend payments coming up too. So I'll show you that right here. All right, in the other news, either this week or next week's going to be the big news on the stimulus checks, because you know, everything I've hearing, they want to get it done before the unemployment runs out July 31st. They want to get a deal done before that, and then plus you got elections coming up, so both sides want to get it done. So you know, it'll look good on elections. They don't want to be the side that holds up the new stimulus checks, because they know it's going to make everybody in America mad that's going to get stimulus checks. So they don't want to be the side to hold it up. So 2 things at part. The unemployment runs out July 31st. It's an election year. So both sides are going to want to get this deal done. They want to make the people happy before the voting starts again. So uh, I plan to hear big news either this coming week or the week after, before the 31st of July. So that's going to be big news. I'll probably make a video on it whenever it drops, and then go over it, like the money we're getting, anything else that affects it. Like, I haven't heard anything about the essential workers. I heard about it at first. It was in the act, but I haven't heard anything else about it. So it doesn't sound too promising on that one. But it sounds like they're going to extend the unemployment. It's probably not going to be $600 a week like it has been. It sounds like they're going to drop it, but you never know. We'll have to wait till the final bill is passed. But they're going to extend the unemployment and a new round of stimulus checks. Sounds like. So I'll keep you all updated on that. Yeah, my two big stocks right now are Kraft Heinz, which I was buying it before the crash, and then Apple, I was buying it before the crash too. That's my two big stocks. Then let's see, I got some Qualcomm. I'm expecting them to do really good when 5G starts rolling out and everything. Apple should, whenever they make their new phone with the 5G, they should have good numbers that year. And yeah, so 5G is coming up. There's a lot of good stocks. Like, I got Skyworks Solution on my watch list. They're a good stock to have for the 5G. There's a lot of good stocks out there. Everything's kind of overvalued right now because we're still going through this pandemic, and all the stock prices are still shooting high, like Apple's all-time high. And then Facebook, I have on my watch list. I wanted to buy it with my first stimulus check, but by the time I got it, it was back over the 200s. But I ended up buying some Whirlpool, which I could have got that in the 70s, but I bought it at like 107, and it's been doing phenomenal for me. I wish I could have bought more. But that's after I got the stimulus and put that money in there. That's when I really started making money, because I got to buy Whirlpool, I got to buy Qualcomm, and yeah, they've performed really well since I bought them during the crash. I wish I would have got the stimulus check a couple weeks before that, because Facebook was super low. Another one that I'm watching is Wynn's Resorts. I know they're getting beat up real bad on the pandemic. I'm watching the stock. It was all the way down in the 30s at one point. Came back up to the hundreds. Now it's back down again. I would like to own some. They paid a big dividend. I'm sure they cut their dividend payment now, though, because everything that's going on. But they have a great business. They got a bunch of hotels in Vegas. They got Macau properties and stuff like that. They just own a bunch of casinos and stuff like that. It's really good business model, but not for a pandemic. And then Carnival Cruise Line, I'm probably just gonna set where it's at. I'm not planning on buying anymore. The only way I'd buy anymore is if the stock like went below 10 again. I'd probably buy some more. But as of right now, you know, they're still not cruising. It's not looking good for this year. So if they get back to cruising next year, and then they racked up a ton of debt with high interest rates, so it's not looking good for a while for Carnival Cruise. But the stock did go over 20 for a little bit, and I was half tempted to sell it, but I was like, if it gets up to about break even, I was going to sell it. But then it did back down because they had to announce that they had to extend the not cruising. So let's see what else. Yeah, just I'm not too excited about earnings. There's two companies that I know their earnings are going to be good, is NAT and Kraft Heinz. Those are the two companies that I know that are going to be good. Apple will probably be all right, but I mean, the stock prices went up so much that the earnings days probably not going to affect it too much. Yeah, but I'm going to keep looking for new stocks to buy. Right now, I'm content with what I got, because I only put 50 a week, and I'm just building up my positions in those. Like I said, I want to buy more NAT. I might buy NAT until about 200 shares, and then I'll probably stop buying it at 200 shares. But unless it goes up a lot, then if it goes up a lot, I'm not going to buy anymore, of course, because I'll be up on it and I get all these dividend payments. But as of right now, the way it's setting, if it stays under $5, I'll probably try to get up to 200 shares on it, bring my cost basis down, collect all these dividend payments, because they're doing a 20-cent dividend this quarter, and I'm sure after they do their earnings, they're going to announce their next dividend payment, because that's what they did last time. I'm not sure if they're gonna raise it again or if they're gonna keep it right at 20. But I'm really excited by NAT. I plan on holding it until next year. Sometime next year, I plan on selling it. I was planning on like just dispersing the money through stocks. I was gonna buy like a couple Apple, and but Apple's went up so high now that I can't. I could buy 2 Apple, but no other stocks. So I might buy 1 Apple. I don't know. It just depends on where the stock price is at. I like Whirlpool. I like Qualcomm. I just was gonna add like 2 stocks to each stocks that I owned after I sold it. But we'll see where it goes. But that's all I got for you this week. Like I said, next week or the week after is probably stimulus. They're gonna announce the stimulus and stuff. So it should be a pretty big week. I'll talk about that, and then as earnings and everything starts rolling through, I'll start talking about all that good stuff. So, all right, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Bye.